Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing even greater because Euphoria is coming back. Ow. I didn't finish season 2 though. I'm not gonna lie. It was starting to get monotonous, and I kind of understand the whole drama that was with Sam Levinson, who was a writer and a co-producer or executive producer. And I could see why A, a lot of fans have left, B, why it's been pretty much abandoned for the last 3 years. Also, I enjoyed Idol, but maybe that's just because Jennie from Blackpink was in there. But I thought it was pretty decent, minus the fact that what it was about. Listen, we're not going to talk about what Sam seems like he's into, toxic masculinity and objectifying women. That seems like his niche and what he's into, which is why I'm here to do a reading on Zendaya, because she came back to it. And she seemed to be open up to it, even though she seemed like she was upset that he just seemed to abandon Euphoria, and she even tried to call up the CEOs, the people at HBO to get it greenlit, be like, hey, what's going on? Or make a formal complaint, like, hey, this dude just abandoned the project. She got the bosses on him. She got the big boss. She got the boss's boss on him. So it was getting bad. And yet here we are, and she's back. So I want to know, why is Zendaya coming back to Euphoria? Like, we've had Fence, what's his name, of the character, pass away. It's just a lot, and now they're going to be apparently like a time gap where like Rue is now completely older. It's So let's just find out what is going on with Euphoria. Let's just see what is going on with Euphoria. And Zendaya. I'm going to see what's going on with Euphoria through Zendaya's eyes, because she chose to come back, and she is a big player and role in how this is produced and filmed, and because she was somebody who had put up a major stink about her basically partner in crime. I want to see what's going on. Why does she come back? Okay, this card chose to flip over. Ooh, the Tower card. Any other card flip over? No. All right, well, the Tower card popped out. Let's see what this means. Well, this story is just definitely going to unfold, isn't it? The Strength card. Okay, hold up. Okay. Felt like I had to readjust myself there for a second. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom. Oh, the Devil, my God. 3 major arcanas in a row. I'm almost nervous to pick the next card. Oh, okay. 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups. We're not out the stretch yet. A major arcana card might just pop up in the future. Okay, whew. It didn't. Mother of Cups. Cups surrounding that. Very interesting. Let's see if more cups are going to come out. Fears. Oh, wow. 6 of Cups. Don't I know that one all too well. Hopes. Daughter of Cups. Oh, lots of cups. Okay. Friends, family, loved ones, fans even. Castmates. What's going on? How they feel about this? Son of Pentacles. And then lastly, the Outcome card. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. So I also know that one all too well. Already, just looking at this totem pole, great outcome. Um, yeah, the cards had mercy on us. They really did. Now, I did not mean to shuffle these cards because I did want to know what was at the bottom of that. Probably you guys saw that when I went to go flip it, and I quite couldn't remember how I split the cards. So we shuffled all that. I may not pick for the bottom. I might not even pick a bottom card because maybe I just don't need one. But what do we have for this Tower card? Because apparently the cards say less. So what does this tower have to say? Well, how Zendaya feels about Euphoria and coming back to the project nearly after 3 years of being in limbo and waiting and prying for this show to be filmed and greenlit. It's a tower moment for her. It's been a lot. It's been a whole lot. And to come back to it, basically, it's like let bygones be bygones. Like everything I felt beforehand, let me just tear that down and let's just start this on a new leaf. It's basically like, all right, we shaking hands, Sam. We got this. We on a new leaf together. We got this, Brody. We got this. Okay, that's basically how she's feeling. She's like, I'm going to come back to this film production with no expectations, with no hard feelings. I'm just going to come back and play my character. That's how she's feeling. She is mustering up the strength, the mental strength. That, yes, it's not exactly going to be like everyone's expecting because the cast really has had a huge shakeup. It's going to be a whole new vibe. And because of that, maybe that's another reason why she could let it go some and let go some of the negative energy from the past, because it's going to be different characters. But also at the same time, because it's different characters, it's going to be a different feel. And where the story could have gone can no longer go anymore. So it's like we got to start all over if we want to come back to this project. But still keep it Euphoria without having like a completely different show, or just saying scrap the show altogether and abandoning it because it had bad ratings, and then we just abandoned our fans, and then our fans was mad at us, and then all of that. you see how you see the frustration that Zendaya is embodying or bottling up inside. That's basically how she's, and it's all of that she has to have the strength to basically show up for the part, because the devil is written in the details. The devil is honestly written in the details. Who is the devil? I'm honestly not quite sure at this point, because of how disastrous Euphoria has been and how severe backlash Euphoria and the cast members have gotten, especially because of the whole public feud, to the point where fans are openly saying, please do not bring Euphoria season 3 back. We don't care. Fans are literally at that point. So to finally say, hey guys, here's season 3 that probably nobody wanted, but don't worry, it's going to be something bigger. It's going to be something better. Don't let what we don't. It's not like they tainted it, but as I said earlier, don't let the negativity of what this movie, of what we gone through, don't let what happened behind the scenes let you guys lose focus of what Euphoria truly is and what it represented, and how it will go as a classic down in history, and how it could have pretty much been this generation's like Gossip Girl, or like Mean Girl, or like True Blood, or like if you want to think of those shows that just stay on and like don't go off the air. Euphoria had that potential. Euphoria could have been a Stranger Things. Euphoria had the touch, the pulse. It was just right. It was that Goldilocks. It was just everything. And then they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Not like they intended to drop the ball, but the ball was dropped. Really probably on Sam. But then you really can't blame Sam at some point, because then everybody else really had to go and get basically side gigs. Zendaya filmed like 2 movies and a third one because she had to film Challengers. So basically she was out there filling up her time that could have been filmed for Euphoria, doing all these other things. Like, well, yes, she came out as a breakout star. I mean, really, I knew her from Disney, so she's a breakout star from Disney, in my opinion. But it's to each own, however y'all want to see which was her breakout stardom role. However, she basically feels is like, don't allow what happened behind scenes to let you guys forget how this was a cult classic. This was the Pulp Fiction, or was supposed to be the Pulp Fiction of our generation. Don't allow what happened, who this man is, different creative insights. Just don't let, this basically the sentiment I'm getting. That's basically what she basically had to come to. She just basically had to come to, like, let me remember what Euphoria was, who this was, what this was supposed to symbolize. It is a beacon of message. It's so reality. It's scripted reality, but it's reality. It's like it's a show that's completely fictional, but it's too real. And because of that, that's why it was a breakout hit. And because of that, Euphoria has such a special place in Zendaya's heart. Like, it truly, really does. It's like her baby. It's a project she worked on too, on top of that. So she had some creative insight, a vision for where this show was supposed to go. And just because the ball was dropped on her court and she had to let the project go on the wayside for a bit, she still had a love for it. She was still fighting for it. And that fight is why she's still here and is still recording season 3 and is hoping that people that love Zendaya and that are those true diehard Zendaya fans are just going to follow and watch it, and that's going to pick it up and have people come back to the show. Maybe if we get enough people talking about it, then people will be excited to come check it out. She herself said that she hasn't read the script or what is supposed to be of it. Some people are expecting that the reason why she haven't read the script is because the script is even finished. So, the future and what's going on with Euphoria is everybody's speculating, and the speculations aren't good. However, what is good is that 2025 or 2026, because if they're filming this year, then we got to at least get a year like production of getting this together. So probably 2026 is when we're going to get Euphoria, because like just this month, like within the last 30 days, they just started filming Euphoria. So, yeah. And like I said earlier, Zendaya, this is literally, she gets emotional. She wants to defend this TV series. This was her baby. This is something she truly loves. This is her passion project. I know this is a very terrible analogy, but hopefully you guys can see the sentiment. If she could, she would have been a Blake Lively and completely taken over this project and said, F Sam, I know where I want to take this show, and I will take it that way. She could have done that if she really wanted to, but with all respect and with all love and with grace, class, and elegance, she said, I will work this out together with you. I'm not going to be like that. We can be two grown, respectable adults, and we can work through this together. And that's the approach that she took, the Mother of Cups. She took that approach of being mature, took that approach of, well, yes, I'm heated with passion, and I am very emotionally driven about this project, and I am so emotionally invested, but I'm still here showing up and just respecting like my place. Basically, I'm not the producer, I'm an executive producer. I'm not the writer, if a writer at all. So because of that, she understands that there are just certain things, and especially because she has done a lot of acting and business roles now, that she just knows how the industry works, and that there's just certain things that she has access to or does not have access to. However, here with her fears in terms of Euphoria is the Six of Cups. And honestly, I don't blame her. Her fear is the fear that it's basically digging up something out of the past. Like early 2000s, 3 years would have been not long at all. But in this generation, 3 years is like a decade. Okay? So, yeah, people have definitely moved on. I mean, there are diehard fans, of course, but the majority of the fan base has pretty much moved on. People will still probably come around to check it out because it is Euphoria and it has a special place in their heart. But then there are just some people that say, if I walk away, I walk away. And for those people that did, then Zendaya is thinking about those people particularly and thinking about how this beautiful project, the roots, the foundation was soiled. The roots, the foundation, the nurturing that went into this project was stunted. The growth that this tree could have had is no longer. And it's withering away almost. But it's like coming back, like just before it was on its dying, it was like on the and it's just like, oh, let me pour you in. Oh, it's okay, baby. It's like that. This is basically how she's feeling. Like that's her fear. That I hope it's not too late. That I'm coming back to a dead root that has crossed the no point of return. We can't salvage Euphoria, and that season 3 is just going to be a complete flop. Is what her fear is. Is honestly what she's fearful of. However, as the Daughter of Cups, and which is honestly a very good card and a very good evolution because it goes completely aligned with the major arcana cards, this Daughter of Cups and her Hope card, which is where I'm honestly seeing Zendaya showing up in this card, because right now she herself is that tower. But if we're looking at an evolution, a tower has came. If we're looking at the evolution, yes, a tower has came. Something has been destroyed. And now here we are at the Daughter of Cups, at that infancy stage, starting all over. That's her hopes. That's how she's feeling. She's feeling hopeful, like we're on this new journey. We're starting something. I'm putting all my energy in this. Let bygones be bygones. Now I'm just going to put all my energy, like acting is what I do best. So I'm going to embody Rue. There's just no doubt about that. But evolving past that, of instead of just showing up to just show up, she's going to take that a step farther of evolving. That strength that we see, take that a step farther to evolve from a daughter to a mother, mature, and understand that life happens, but also at the same time that these are just all parts and growing. I'm not sure if this is the first time that she was ever having some producing, having a say to be a producer or having some creative input on a project, but if this was just her first part of learning of how it is in the industry and what are the makings and going ons behind the industry of making the movie. So she got a little bit of taste of that. And because of that, she grew. She learned some lessons. She learned some things that, I mean, Zendaya is a very strong individual. So really, is she really going to meek away and shy away at anything, honestly? I know she says she's a bit of an introvert, and she actually isn't this huge, confident person that we see her as. So maybe she could have been maybe a little bit of a doormat for certain people in certain situations, but she grew a backbone. All these parts that I honestly see her act. I would just she plays it so well. The confidence she always oozes. That confidence that as an actor she has to tap into. She's tapping into for herself and understanding that life is an ever evolving path, and honestly there are going to be bumps, there are going to be ups and downs. She handled it like a champ, and she's just happy to have Euphoria back, honestly, in a sense. And how does everybody else feel in the sense of Euphoria and Zendaya? The Son of Pentacles. Honestly, the Son of Pentacles symbolizes we as the audience, they as the people in Zendaya's life, and cast members even, are just taking Euphoria one day at a time. Like, honestly, that's all they can honestly do. The Son of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles honestly go hand in hand together. One day at a time, the infancy stage. Yes, this is like the turning point, the puberty stage of Euphoria. And it's been around for 3 seasons. And if you want to think about evolution and cycles, 3, 6, 9, and then you got to repeat the cycle all over again. So because of that, it's that. So because they're on that 3rd season, they're on that, we're ending, but we kind of already had our ending at that 2. And so we're kind of coming back on an ending, but we're refreshing it, reviving it as if it ended, but we're still going to continue on as if it didn't ended. So it's like that weird limbo of addressing the elephant in the room without addressing the elephant in the room. That here we go. The card finally spoke to me. That awkwardness, that awkward phase. This is what this card usually symbolizes. Somebody that is in that awkward phase, that awkward footing where they quite aren't too familiar, but they're trying to get back into the groove, trying to get back into the part, get back into the environment, get back into the mindsets. And also this environment invokes certain feelings, and certain people's faces invoke certain feelings, but also it has been 3 years. And in a sense, it's like a season literally in time has gone by. So because of that, let's just start fresh. Let's just start new. It's like when you bite somebody, but you still have to like look at them and work with them and live underneath the same roof with them. But yet it's that awkward silence of right? But you feel it, but they don't act it. You get the vibes, but it's not like you feel unwelcomed and like they hate you and like they don't want you in their space. It's not like that, but you can kind of feel that way because it's awkward. It's like when you had like a huge falling out with like your friend or like your loved one, and you both realized you were wrong, or even if you guys both weren't wrong, you both realized to say, you know what, agree to disagree. But we're both human, so we're still going to feel the way we feel, but we just agree to disagree. is that kind of moving forward. So it's kind of like that awkward of like, am I supposed to go that way or that way? It's that awkwardness of trying to figure out, is that what I'm supposed to do? It's that awkwardness that gets you a little bit antsy, a little bit secondhand embarrassment, the kind of that makes you want to like scratch your neck and like be like, but I can muster through this. It's just awkward now. It's like you're stepping into like a room, an environment around people you've like never known, and there's two ways you can approach it. You can either approach it like an extrovert, or you can approach it like an introvert. And either way you're going to approach it, you could still internalize it equally the same way. You would just interpret it from an extroverted point of view and see it from this person was thinking about this. I bet this person was doing that. That person was projecting onto me, and that's what I think they was feeling about me when I walked into the room. Or you could just walk into the room like an introvert, not really caring or really looking, or you are looking, but like detached in a sense. So like here, but like not here. Just like here, but not trying to get close, but like, like an introvert doesn't hate you. They just enjoy their space and they keep to themselves, especially if they've been hurt, or especially if they've been scorned, or especially if it's like a little bit awkward, instead of like stepping on each other's toes, or like saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, just like tiptoe around until we finally have that like discussion of, hey, how are we going to move forward from this? This is super awkward. You gotta have that adult conversation. You gotta be able to stand your grounds while also respecting each other. And because of that, that's where, so even though it's awkward at this moment, Zendaya, being the queen that she literally is just not going to shy away and just going to take it head on. And not head on in an aggressive way, but, like I said, classy, feminine. Just express how I feel. I said what I said, but also I'm willing to hear what you have to say because I'm receptive. I am open to hear. And when we have two perspectives and able to look through things, we're able to move forward. We're able to let things go behind, and we're able to work on a project. Maybe a little bit space and distance between us. I never trust you too much, but I gotta trust you some bits, but never trust you all, kind of thing is how like Zendaya is feeling. She's like, you're my partner, sadly, for this project, so I have to like you, because I want this project to succeed, and this project means way more to me than anything else, honestly. And that's how Zendaya is feeling. And because of that, I can't wait to see what Euphoria is going to offer. She's going to show up and show out, and especially now that I know that Zendaya has a creative eye, most definitely, outside of the producer. I can't wait to see what she's going to do with season 3 and how she's going to re-embody Rue and what kind of mindset she's going to get into. She had so many beautiful things, so many relatable things that women her age or even teenagers that were like in high school could literally relate to. And yet Sam's just like, no. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And with that being said, leave your comments down below. How do you feel about Euphoria? Did you finish season 2 or did you drop off like I did? I was so excited for season 2, but then it was just so toxic. I couldn't even enjoy it, honestly. And I was a bit sad about that. So with that being said, but like I said, I am a diehard Zendaya fan, and I will watch something just for the fact that Zendaya is in it. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That will really help us out a lot. And with that being said, sunflowers!